Kindly take the knife and cut this cake as our celebrations. It's well eaten 100 years. It has the centenary logo. Thank you very much, our guests, for coming and honoring our invitation. We are really humbled as Kiambu Golf Club. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
He is also a photographer for tonight, a video photographer for today. He's also a member. He's none other than Dan Keo, playing a total of 8 aggregate. Congratulations, Dan. Dan. Congratulations. 8 gross aggregate. He had 42 yesterday and today 38. Congratulations.
That I will pay for membership for one junior and lady or girl and one junior young man, so that they become members of the club, because I think there's a window to encourage junior membership. So please, through your own, whether it is a competition or whatever, when it's done, I am ready. If you want to catch me before I leave, it's still okay, so that I can leave that item where it is supposed to be left, so that that competition can reward and inspire 2 young juniors, a boy and a girl, to become members of the Kiambu Golf Club. Mashua, I want to assure you that it is not a game for the elite. These golfers are good people. These golfers, I can tell you, contribute heavily to the cause of those who are not well endowed. And I'll give you an example. There are 2 gentlemen here. One is Mr. Osoro, if you could just stand up. Mr. Osoro is an accountant. He's a golfer. He's, we are members of the same club, Karen Golf Club. Osoro and his team raised about, through his friendship, they raised about 34 million shillings, if I'm not wrong, or 35 million shillings. And he did not take it to Kisii, but he actually contributed to a pediatric ward at Sabatia Hospital to put up a ward for children with eye problems. And recently, the Minister for Health, Nakumicha, went to inaugurate that wing. And this is a golfer. I've got another friend here, Karanja. This one, he makes sure I don't make legal mistakes. He's my legal advisor. But these 2 gentlemen have worked together as golfers, and they've made their contribution towards society. And I know there are so many others seated here. I know the seniors who are here talking, they have made their contributions, and many others. So, Mashua, you're my classmate, but this one I must tell you, these are good people. Thank you. It is important that we pull together, we embrace unity. We must now soldier on. I've been telling people that the elections are behind us, and we are not going to be judged at the next ballot of 2027 by how we won in 2022. We are going to be judged at the next ballot by what we do. Because by 2027, people will not remember that we won in 2022. So we all have a job to do. We have to contribute in our own ways as leaders at all levels so that we can succeed and be able to get Kenya into better footing. The challenges are known. They're not simple. They're not a walk in the park. The challenges we have are as difficult as the challenges a golfer goes through on the golf course. Si mnajua? Yeah? When you start shanking and going into the bush, yeah, and missing the putts, there are serious challenges. And at the end of the day, what is it all about? It's about your sense of judgment. It's about your sense. That's it. If you pick the wrong club, you either hit too short or you hit too far. But what counts at the end of the day is the score. Kwa hivyo, Mashua, let us play golf. Because I'm a golfer. So I'll tell you something about Kakamega. Kakamega was one of the clubs that lost land very early. That is the golf club. And believe you me, it is the government of the day that took away a lot of Kakamega Golf Club to build the provincial headquarters, to build other facilities. What is left of Kakamega Sports Club today is very little. I wish we could reverse that. We can't. Even I, at a very personal level, I was roped into a scheme without my consent and without my knowledge. People were subdividing Kakamega Golf Club, and I was given a plot there. I publicly rejected it, and I wrote to the lands people there, and I said, I never applied for that plot. I don't know who roped me into the scheme. I think I was supposed to be a shield for certain individuals, and I refused to be that shield. I never took up that land. But what is left of Kakamega, those of you who are golfers, you know. If you go to Mombasa, the front course, you know it. You know what happened to that place. You go to Kisii, the Kisii chairman, you are one of them. And a certain friend of mine here, Osoro, they fought to retain what is left of Kisii. Otherwise, the land was going. Now, I want to ask people of Kiambu, when I look at Nairobi, if you talk about the United Nations, outside New York, Nairobi has given 140 acres to the United Nations, and Nairobi is the second largest center of the United Nations in the world. And Nairobi is the headquarters of UNEP. It is the headquarters of Habitat. The United Nations has made a resolution to spend about $270 million to grow and modernize the United Nations headquarters in Nairobi, so that it will have a conference facility that can host up to about 9,000 to 10,000 people, like New York, at any one sitting. How far is the United Nations headquarters from Kiambu? So if you take away Kiambu Golf Club, how are you going to benefit from the spin-off? The United Nations in Kenya has about 6,000 employees. Nairobi and Kiambu are home to about 3,000 retirees of United Nations. I only wish Kakamega was here, and I would have saved the golf course. Don't let it go. You're holding and sitting on a gold mine. Don't let it go. The MCAs who are here, I'm pleading with you, don't let it go. You have a rich history. It has a rich heritage. In fact, the golfers playing here in Kiambu and having it the way it is a symbolism that you conquered colonialism. That symbolism comes through, that you are enjoying, and this is a bastion of what would have been a colonial legacy, but you conquered it. You are the ones walking this greenery and enjoying the golf. Surely, how do you give that away? My view is that let us abandon the other cause na tuendelee na kushikilia hii golf course for posterity and for the Kenyan people and for the Kiambu people. Ladies and gentlemen and fellow golfers, good evening. It is with great pleasure and admiration and respect that I am here to associate with Kiambu Golf Club Centenary celebration. This is a historic milestone. It is a testament to the dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment of all those who have contributed to the growth and success of this iconic club. As one of the oldest sports clubs in the country, and of course the oldest sports club in Kiambu County, Kiambu Golf Club remains a pillar of social activity serving the country at large. I hope the club will maintain the lead status it has in the past for the next 100 years. Meanwhile, humorous club anecdotes have it that though Kenya's colonial governors frequented both Kiambu and Kakamega golf clubs, the colonial governors preferred Kakamega more. I don't know why, but being the patron of Kakamega Golf Club, allow me to receive the accolades for Kakamega Golf Club. However, that cannot deny Kiambu Club its laurels. The club is among the 6 founding golf clubs of the Kenya Golf Union in 1928. I also understand that it was at a meeting held here at Kiambu that led to the formation of the Kenya Ladies Golf Union. These are no minor milestones. They amplify the significant contribution of Kiambu Golf Club in the development of golf sport in Kenya. We are here to share in the pride and glory of these milestones. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to request county governments who have not already done so to carry out an inventory and repossess any illegal acquired or grabbed public land within their jurisdictions. This is urgent for purposes of housing and sanitation planning for the increasing urban population. Kenya's urban population for 2021 was 15 million, which is about 29% of the total population, estimated at 53. By 2022, out of an estimated population of 53 million, 29%, as I've said, was urban. As of June 22nd, 2023, that is just a few weeks ago, the population of Kenya was estimated at 57 million, with 30% or 17.1 million people in urban areas. The UN further estimates that the Kenya population by 2030, when our Kenya Vision 2030 expires, will be 64 million people. 34% of them will be living in urban areas. Still, according to UN estimates, by 2050, Kenya's population is expected to reach 85 million, and almost half, or 44 million, that is 46%, of them will be living in urban areas. Today, the proportion of the youth aged 18 to 34 in Kenya constitutes 25%. And those below 15 years make up 43% of the total population. The reason for this statistic is that Kenya's population is largely youthful, at 68% under 34 years. 68% under 34 years. This demography is increasingly urbanizing, whether in satellite urban areas, in the counties, or the major towns and cities in Kenya. The urban pool is real, is increasing, and must be planned for.